Hello everyone. Capacitor reactance. Capacitor reactance. Capacitor reactance. What's reactance? Reactance is the resistance offered to the AC by inductors and capacitors only. So I have here a diagram showing a circuit for illustrations. This here is the capacitor. This is the source, AC source. Vt equals to V naught sine omega t is Vc t. So let a PDV be applied across the capacitor C, this capacitor, and its value at time t be given as V is given as V naught sine omega t, where V naught is its peak value. V naught is the maximum peak voltage, maximum peak voltage. Then V itself is the voltage at time t. At time t, omega is given by 2 pi f, where f is the frequency. Frequency of the source. F is the frequency of the source. Are we there? So charge in the capacitor at the time t is given by Q for charge is given by CV. Q is given by CV. And I, current is given by dq dt. So we can, if we write I is equals to dcv dt, we are also correct, because Q we can just substitute Q with CV, since Q is equals to CV. So I can also be written as dCV over dt. We can also write this as I is equals to C dV dt, but V is given by V naught sine omega t. So our I is equals to C dV naught sine omega t dt. Are we there? This is the same as I is equals to CV naught d sine omega t and dt sine omega t. Are we there? Hope we are together. So at this point, we find the derivative of sine omega t, the derivative d dt of sine omega t. Here we apply the chain rule. We apply the chain rule, and the chain rule states that d, in this case, dy dt is equals to dy du dot du dt. Remember, this dot is for multiplication. So in our case, sine omega t, what's our y? Our y is sine u. Then our u is omega t. So the next step, we have to find the derivative of y and the derivative of u. So dy du, if we differentiate sine u, we get cos u. And if we differentiate u with respect to dt, that is omega t, we get omega. So du dt is equals to omega. So remember our chain rule, dy dt is equals to dy du dot du dt. So our dy dt is equals to dy du, which is cos u dot du dt, which is omega, so that we get omega cos u. But remember our u is omega t, our u is omega t, so that we have omega cos omega t. So the derivative of sine omega t with respect to dt is omega cos omega t. So our current here, our I will be equal to CV naught, the derivative that we have found, omega cos omega t. But remember, I is equals to I naught cos omega t. So we can confidently substitute I with I naught cos omega t. So our I will replace it with I naught cos omega t. I naught cos omega t will be equal to CV naught omega cos omega t. This cos omega t cancels, this and this cancels out. Then we remain with I naught is equal to CV naught omega. Are we there? Here we want to remain with C omega on this side, and then to have V naught and I naught on this side. So we divide both sides with we divide by V naught, we divide by V naught, divide by V naught, so that we have I naught over V naught is equal to CV. But remember, we have said that reactance is the resistance offered to the AC by inductors and capacitors only. Here also we remember the Ohm's law, which states that V is equals to IR. So since we are saying that reactance is the resistance offered, are you getting the resistance? So R, if you make R the subject in Ohm's law, we get R is equals to V over I, meaning V is the on this side, V is the numerator and I the denominator. So we have to make V to be here and I to be here. Are you getting? The simplest thing to do here is just to get the inverse from on both sides. Are we there? So that we have V naught over I naught is equals to 1 over CV. Okay, not CV. Well, sorry, it's omega. Sorry, omega. It's omega. Are we there? So remember, or but Vrms over Irms is equals to V naught over I naught. So the capacitor reactance reactance xc is given by is equals to R1 over C omega, which is the same as 1 over 2 pi fc. Remember, omega is 2 pi f. Omega is 2 pi f. So up to this point we have come up with have derived the capacitance reactance as 1 over 2 pi f fc. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. We support each other, we learn. I teach you, you teach me. You can also comment my teachings where you want me to improve on. You can also suggest a video on a topic that maybe you're finding some difficulty so that I can create. Please tell me on comment section. Just comment, say I need this and need this, you can do this, you can create this for me. I'm finding difficult. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.